Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Merle Plays the Games. I am Merle. We're here to play, to start a new series on, to coincide, I guess, to go along with our series on the forest, but this is going to be Myst Survival. This has been out for a while, or at least it's been in early access for a while, for, gosh, a couple of years now maybe, but anyways, it's a really fun game. The developer has, I think, done a really fantastic job. It's still got its bugs. Like I said, it's early access. It's still got things that he's working on. He does fairly recent updates. I mean, he does fairly consistent updates. It's had its issues. He's had to backtrack, I think, a little bit, but the state that it's in right now is actually pretty solid. I think it has lots of potential. I think he's hitting that potential, but really fun game. Okay, start over. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Merle Plays the Games. Today we're going to be starting a new series on Myst Survival. Super duper fun game. Been in early access for a little while. But the developer's done a fantastic job. It's still buggy, it's still got some issues, but definitely playable, definitely fun, definitely up my alley of survival, grinding, building, fun stuff. So let's just jump right in and let's check out Myst Survival. 3 years ago, a mysterious thing happened. A mysterious mist covered many parts of the world. Most people got sick and died. Many of those who survived suffered changes that became ferocious, turning vicious when touched by the fog, seeking fresh meat to feed upon like other humans. You are one of the few you are one of the few who is immune to the mist. You survived in a camp with others before it was attacked by creatures unlike any you had seen before. I can't read fast because I'm from Arkansas. You guys saw it. You don't need to hear me read that shit. I like this that it kind of puts you into... I've played this. I think I'm day 30-ish maybe on my other game, but it's really fun, and it's definitely a grind, but it's really fun. And so here's basic survival. Your stamina. It's this pretty simple stuff that you've seen in other games. Maximum fatigue, regen gauge. This is affected by your health and by it is important to sleep. It's not one of those games like the Forest where you can just go days and weeks without sleeping. You do actually need to sleep in this game. The shelter management, this is all stuff we'll kind of touch on as we go. You can have shelters. They have this little icon. If you see the little house, this little icon here. You can not every shelter, not every building you can go into and actually make your home. No, I think you can kind of live anywhere you want to live. You can kind of stay anywhere you want to stay for the most part. But there are NPCs they're survivors that you can find throughout the map. And you can actually rescue them, and then they'll go back to you. You can send them to your base. Not every building can be an actual home base. But once you've chosen one, these NPCs will go back and they'll do different things. So as we said at the beginning, or right at the beginning, there's this mist. You are one of the few survivors. The other survivors, for whatever reason, are pretty much all bandits, and they're people that you don't like. But or at least people that don't like you. There are bandit camps around the map that you have to essentially attack. There are... the looting tends to be a little bit better there. So, but as for the mist, obviously it's called Myst Survival, the 2 times that they're the most dangerous in the game are at night. Reason being, the infected, I guess, are are basically allergic to the sun. If they come out in the sun, they start to smoke and catch on fire, basically, like sizzle. You don't really hear it sizzle, but you can see that there's like, they'll start to smoke, and there'll be little embers that come off of them, and so the two most dangerous times are when the mist comes out. So what if for whatever reason the mist doesn't let the sun hurt them, and the mist will come out during the day, and at that point you want to be somewhere safe, and it usually lasts about 2 in-game hours. And then of course at night, when the sun is out, when the sun is not out, you know, you want to be sleeping, or at least inside your base. You can still do things inside your base, but you know, you want to stay safe. So otherwise it's pretty free roam. You got to watch out for bandits, and basically the game is to survive, find equipment, find things to, you know, build your base with and improve your base and that kind of thing. So yeah, here's a mist event. You know, there are times when they're in the game where you think there's a mist event, but it's really just almost like a haze. And then there's now green mist, and you can see from the video the green mist does cause damage. You see the mask being put on you. By default you get this mask. It's T on the keyboards, that is the keybind, and you can put that on, and there is you can see there's this little 99% that pops up, and that shows you how much of your mask is left of the protection. There are filters you can find throughout the map that you can loot to put in there when your mask efficiency drops, basically. This is something new that he's added. The heat basic stats is something new that he's added. I haven't really seen. Now it says the heat gauge will rise when you're out in the open under sunlight. Heat will cause the rate of stamina and thirst to drop faster. I haven't really had any issues with this, to be honest. You're in and out of so many places that you know, as soon as you walk inside of a building, basically this will start to go back up. Will basically stabilize. So I haven't really seen any issues with it, as far as like just being completely, it being, you know, he's got it pretty well optimized, I would say. Wetness is another thing. Yeah, more complex statuses will be added in the future. These are new things that he's added. I haven't really seen any or had any issues with this, but you'll see this icon come up when it rains, and it does rain, and it storms, and the lightning and thunder is insane. This is all stuff that's been in the game before. Gun customization is new. The new M4 carbine, and there's an M4 1A, I think, that you can loot different things for it. I've only found a couple. I've found a sight, a suppressor, and a laser sight. Those are typically not as... It looks really badass, I'm not gonna lie. I find myself using the shotgun and pistol most, but that's just me. Mining and stuff is still the same. There is a mine you can go down into. Fishing is new. I have not done any fishing at all whatsoever, so that might be something we can get into. And then these nests, they have these seeker... It says seeker nest. You'll know it when you've come up on one. They're typically surrounded by mist, but I think I found some that weren't. The Molotov is the way to destroy it. It's just this big glob. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't attack you. You can literally walk right up to it and give it a hug, but you'll hear this heartbeat when you start to get close to one. So that's the basic stuff. He's, like I said, he's added a lot of interesting stuff. And I know he'd had some problems in the past with things being buggy. There's obviously still some buggy stuff, but you know, if you're used to the world of early access, you know what this is like. So anyways, I'm going to shut up and let's just freaking play. Say, Merle, stop talking, bro, and get to it. This is all the games I've played, or all the times I've played in this is always where you start. This is upgrade fish bucket. I don't know where that goes yet. I haven't even looked for it, to be completely honest. So there's different kinds of looting, or different things you can loot in. You'll see, as far as looting, you'll see here that says open and move. Now I'm going to move this because we're going to take this with us. It looks funny, but it really is just sort of how the game is built, is that you can carry these containers back to your base and then just drop them and then you can continue to use the storage. There's really nothing in here. I'm not take this drink, and then a bandage. So as you can see, your left hand, right, or your left hand in your main hand. You can put a torch here and a shield. I've never really used the shield, to be honest, but you can make one. And then your main hand are going to be for weapons. And you'll need an axe. I think that the axe you have to actually put down here and equip. Hammer and the saw, I think they just have to be in your inventory. You have to have one of those like in your inventory to construct certain things. So these are all good items to have. I might stick this here for now, just in case we need something. Matches are important. You'll need matches. So where we're actually going to go is just right over here. So you'll see lots of abandoned cars along the way, and you can search these. So you can have a vehicle to drive. Now you can't drive this vehicle, but you'll find, and we'll come across one at some point here, I'm sure pretty soon, that's a vehicle that it doesn't have wheels, and you open up the engine, like this doesn't have anything. So you have to put fuel in it. You have to find an engine, a spark plug, a battery, and 4 tires. So eventually we'll come across a can that we can stick in here and fill the can and take the fuel out, but for now we can't do any of that. Now this had an engine in it. We could click on the engine and we could take the engine out and would put it in our inventory. But right now, we'll be able to come back to this at some point. Oh gosh, okay. And this is one of the bugs that I found, is you'll get stuck in the trees. I don't know. I don't know if you can. I would never send a message to somebody like that, but like through their Steam or whatever, but maybe I need to, because that's one of the biggest bugs, biggest annoyances is really that I've come across, is getting stuck in the trees. You can hit control usually and get out of it, but I think one time I got stuck and I had to like get out of the game. And now luckily you can save often, and I would definitely save often. I save often. You'll see me saving a lot. So you can hit F and get in the car, and you can check the glove box. You can actually pull these down. I've never found anything in here. I don't know why you need to pull them down. Maybe that's something I'm sure he'll add later on. But as for right now, it's just something you can interact with. But I would always check the glove compartments in these things. So the pencil is for the map. Now you would think by default the map would be M, is in map, but it's not. It's K. I have no idea why. If somebody in the comments can explain why you think they would do that, I would appreciate it. Now the pencil that you get, I for inventory, you have a pencil that you can use to mark a point on the map. So once you go into the map, and I'll do it real quick, I'll hit our current location. And you'll see here too, there are event locations, and you'll hear a car crash at some point, and you can use your pencil and mark it and go there. And there's an NPC you can interact with. You can trade. He gives you something. It's kind of random. There are nice NPCs, but I don't know. They're just there to trade with, I guess. But and they happen randomly. I think I've read or heard, because I've watched some other people on YouTube play this, and apparently you can save it at like 7:15 a.m. You can save the game and then sleep until 8, and then you'll hear the event. I think it happens about the same time each day, or on the days that it's triggered to happen, it's usually around 8 o'clock in the morning. So I don't really check them out that much, but you know, for the sake of this game, you know, this playthrough, maybe we'll pay more attention to it. But right now, current location, so that takes, you'll hear the little it takes 1 pencil to do that. So the place we're going to end up making our base is right here, just by chance. I like it because it's got a little, and we'll see, it's got a watchtower, and there's the event. So we'll mark current event, and we'll go check it out real fast since we're here. But I like this base because it's close to water, and I'll get more into that later. So let's take our box with us. Yeah, we're going to come back here. It'll stay there. So we're trucking down the road. You can see the map's pretty big. There's our event that happened. It's always just a car crashing. This base here is not terrible. I've thought about building a base here. The reason I haven't made this my base is because I think it's going to be difficult to build. You can build walls. You can actually build your own sort of like house to live in. And I think here it just might be, it's not very level. And that's one of the things with building, is not that I think maybe he probably needs to fix. And I say he, I don't know the guy. I've just watched other YouTubers, and there's a couple of them that I've watched that I think have kind of been on communicating, have been able to communicate with him back and forth. They're big enough of YouTubers to do this. And it is a guy it's a single guy that's doing it. So you can open the door and you can E to rescue, and everything in the game, not everything, but a lot of things takes time, which is important because if you're in the middle of something that takes 30 minutes in game time and then the mist comes in, you have to cancel it and run for your life. But we'll take him out, we'll rescue him, and it goes to this little thing where you can, thanks for saving me. Sure, brah. Thanks. I don't know what it is. Do I need anything? No. I don't need anything to trade with him. So we can get in the car. Check this. Let's pull down the shades. There's nothing ever in there. I'm sure there's... Can't get in the engine. I don't know if there's anything in the trunk. Aha, there is. So what did he give us? A mounting part. Oh, sick. Okay, so one thing is that when you get a vehicle, I don't know if it's every vehicle. This is one of the vehicles you can actually get to drive around. I always like the pickup truck because it has a flat bed in it, and obviously has a flat bed in it. The pickup truck has a bed in it. It's actually not a flatbed. A flatbed's a different thing. But you can build, and I've not done this yet, and even the game I was playing, my other game, I've not done this yet, but you can build a turret. Again, that'll be something we'll have to get into. But since we're so close to this place, let's run around and loot. I'm not going to pick up animal dung. Goodness gracious. Yep. That'll come in handy. I wish I had our box here, but that's okay. Another thing to look for, I've never jumped in one of those before, is the top of these things. Sometimes they'll have weapons up there. Just have to watch. So I imagine this would be a good little place to build. And this garden soil, this stuff will all still be here, so it's not... And that's one thing too about this game is, especially starting out, and even as you go through different stages of the game, when I say stages, I just mean sort of like priorities that you've that you want to kind of focus on. You know, you don't have to pick all this stuff up right now. So prioritizing what you pick up is important. Right now we're more worried about food and weapons. And keep upgrading. Now, one thing too, you can open up these slots. You'll find backpacks around the map that are that you can pick up, and it'll increase your slots, the number of slots you can have in your backpack. This always makes me nervous, but if there was an infected in here, you'd hear them. So some of the infected will end up in... No, so much poop. Will end up... They'll be in houses or stuff like this that you can loot. I wish I could take this with me. It's huge. And they'll just be inside, like out of the sun. And to get in that house and loot it, you do have to kill them. So papers, I'm not going to pick up right now. These are like basically like kindling to start a fire. Ooh, boots. Because right now, so real quick, I keep jumping to this. Modify. There are certain items you can make change. You can modify. If you want to modify a weapon, you have to actually right-click it, and there's a modify option. We'll get into all this stuff. Equipment. You're naked right now. You're ripped. You are a sexy beast. But we're gonna put these shoes on. So now we're just running around apparently naked with just our underwear. Everything's bad. If you look down here under protection, it's bad. There are some, like I've seen some body armor that I've picked up that's been good. I've picked up some things like some riot helmets that are good, but most things are it's like bad or very bad, but I put them on because I don't want to run around naked. And here are the stuff you start out with. You do have a flashlight. You can get batteries for your flashlight. You do have a mask, T to use, and then T to change filter hold the T to change the filter while wearing, and then your lighter. Now, I don't know if I look like this. I wish I did, but apparently I just look like this, but you know, whatever. Key items, we'll get into that. Skills. I don't really know what this does. I honestly have not got into it really. And you can get a pet. There is a there is a bandit camp where you can rescue a pet. So crafting, pretty basic stuff. I mean, if you guys have played survival games, you guys know what this is like. This is all stuff we'll need to build with. You can dry out. I've not, like I said, not learned to fish yet. You can build a drying rack, and this is all stuff we'll go through. You know, we'll definitely hit on all that. Health, hunger, thirst, pretty basic. It always says a few months to winter. I've never seen it go to winter. And this is like I said, I think we discussed this earlier when we first started, was the weight. Or maybe we didn't, but this is another thing he's added. You can be encumbered. It was 60 kilograms, but now he's actually increased it to 65. I think it was a little too limiting. I'm okay with what it is right now. I don't really have a problem with it. But I think it does. I think he's got it pretty much. I think it's pretty close to figured out. So we're going to quickly run out of space here. Sticks and looting is something you'll do a lot of. I mean, it'll be your whole life in this game. I wish I could take that mower and ride it around. Maybe he'll do that one day. So from the trunk, nothing, anything important. I've got a saw. That's one thing too. You see that saw, kind of, you know, it's one of those things like remember where it's at. You might come back one day and want to use it, because you'll need another one. There's apparently no thing in this. Because this is some glitchy stuff. You'll see there's you know, as you use it, its durability goes down. There's a bit of a little sort of a small town back there that we'll eventually make our way over to. But I want to get over here to this. We'll get our box, and let's get back over here to the. We'll go upstairs. I think there's a thing up here, another thing we can carry that we can take back to our base. The cart wheel, you can make a cart that'll help you, that you can use to haul logs and that sort of thing, which is super helpful. We'll take the food. Probably take this back with us as well. Shotgun shells. You'll always want to search drawers. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take this. This may be what we... And you just have to throw it out the door. I mean, it seems weird, but that's really what you have to do, and just drop it. No, I didn't take any damage. As I was falling, I was thinking, oh god, I'm gonna get. You will hurt your ankle, and you'll do stuff like that, and you can bandage. You can put bandages on. But so you kind of have to be aware of those sorts of things. So I'm gonna carry this over to our base, to the place that we're gonna go. Just because it does have a lot of storage to start off with. Eventually we'll make our own storage. And I'll come back and get that other box here in a second. Because it's really close to this. To where we see the little watchtower. That's where we're gonna... this is gonna be our home. This is our home, guys. We found it. Oh my goodness, it's awesome. So, the trick is, of course, to see if you can actually get it up the... Things get glitchy, so I'm going to save it before I get stuck there. I don't know if I've ever tried to take this upstairs, to be completely honest with you. So there are wolves in the game. That one's not very close, but they do... If you get close enough, they will attack you. So that's something to be aware of. Metal scraps. And one thing too that he's is that you'll see this loot refresh that you can hit. He's still working on. You can tell that the developer's still trying to get the loot sort of rates figured out, and he has not done that yet. I don't have room for it. Here's another box that we can put stuff in. We don't need this. This. So lighter fluid obviously is going to be used to light things with. I'm going to keep the food in here for now. I go ahead and eat this. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Let's see, there's all these parts, and we're going to live here. These all stay here. They don't go away. So I'm not picking them up right now. We do have to get a crowbar to get into that. Eventually, I'm sure we'll come across somewhere that's got a crowbar. And I'm just in the habit of saving, so I think it's a good habit to be in. We're just being perfectly honest. So I'm just going to leave that sitting there. I'm going to run back and get this other box. Okay, so we got back with the other box. I had stopped recording as I ran over there to get it, and then thought I had started recording, and I hadn't. And so I went ahead and put down a blueprint. So this is, I had built it the last time or my other game that I've been playing. I built it right over there, and it was really janky. And this is, I built it right here, thinking, oh, this is plenty of space. But then it like goes down into the ground. It's just not, it's not. Like I said, he's not got that part kind of figured out. And when you put it down, I don't know if it'll do it this time. So, sorry, I'm really getting ahead of myself, and I apologize, guys. So B, to get into your building, lots of, basic fire, campfire torch, all this stuff that you can make, drying rack, cooking pot, grill stand. You'll put this over, you'll build a campfire and put this over it, and then you can cook meat on the grill. You can kill there's pigs, there's bears, there's the wolves. If you kill the wolf, it attacks you, or you can just go kill it, and you can cook those suckers up. You can use their fat for things. There's just a whole plethora of stuff. So we'll quickly build one of these to start purifying water. Stumps. This is supposed to just reduces work time, increase the firewood per each round. A tanning rack, you need leather to make things, and you've got a workbench, and there's the mine, and you'll need the blacksmith, moonshine to distill alcohol or to refine alcohol so you can make Molotovs. It's a whole thing. We may be having a mist. We may be getting some mist. What time is it? 10 o'clock in the morning. We may be getting some mist here in a second. I'll try to watch. So anyways, a lot of stuff. We'll go through this stuff as, there's light that you can use. You have to build a generator for that. It takes fuel. You can use fuel from fat. Yeah, this is mist. I think it is anyways. Let's get up high here. Higher. Again, this is another reason I love this place right here, is because you can get up and get away. They'll chase you up the stairs, but only if they see you, and they won't see you up here. So right off the bat, we're getting a mist event, so that's good. And I'll show you guys what to do during a mist event too. So, but back to this. This is probably okay. We'll go through this a little bit. So you can make your bed. You can get a really fancy bed, classic bed. And then under each category, if you look to the right, there's other things you can build. So definitely we'll be building storage lockers. You can build these. These scraps are everywhere. These are really easy. It doesn't take a lot to make them as far as the materials that you need. And they'll have storage, and you'll just have rows of these things. So, and then each one, you can make a fridge. I've never made a fridge. In the housing, you can make fencing. Walls, we'll definitely be building walls. You can catch chickens. You can kill chickens. I've not really done any of this. You can go fishing, your pet. I've not built a tree base yet. There is a garage you can build that gives you options, or gives you more things you can build. So now we're in a full-on event here. Sorry, as I see the mist coming in. So I thought there was like eerie music that played, but maybe not. I was gonna try to stay awake long enough, or not. I sleep through them. You can pretty much sleep anywhere, but I find a place like this, even if you're out and about, find a place that you can get into that has a door and sleep. So, but sometimes during the game, the mist will get, or there'll be like a sort of a haze, and you think it's the beginning of a mist event, and it's not. Okay, and so now we're hearing the music, this kind of eerie music that plays. This, if you guys can hear it. And you can see movement back there. Oh my God, I'm going to get hurt. Unbelievable. So I don't revive. I quit the game because I don't want to lose myself. That's why I save often. So I'm going to quit and then reload my game because I'm a moron. I forget that it will let you just absolutely hurl yourself off of stuff. You got to be careful. I think that's kind of a buggy thing in my opinion, but it's also because I'm a moron. So yeah, I got to day 29 in my other game, so. Okay, Merle, you big old dummy. Let's try this again. All right. Anyways, we're back here. The mist. We'll see if we get another mist event. So I hadn't even put that down yet, so I can show you guys that. So, anyways, back to the building menu. I think we kind of covered all that, I believe. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in real fast. My blueprint back down. It's gonna take for 96 hours. It takes. So I don't really know what the difference is in this. It's the same amount of time. It's different materials. I honestly don't know what the difference is in size. It's okay. I can tell it's smaller. So I like the other one. I like the bigger one better. So I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna do it. So again, it puts you in this kind of this flat area, like right here. So the two that jet out in the front are the so let's see, I think I kind of had it like this. I don't want to go too far off we'll see how that looks. Make sure everything, see how it gets off the ground. Could probably go forward a little bit, but you can take stumps out. You can cut this tree down and take the stump. You can take you can take it out. So I think that's gonna bug me if it's like that. So let's cancel this. Let's put it in again. I'm sorry, but I'm not super anal about things, but it bugged me that my other one it had well, I'll show you in a second. So we had it like this. Let's just go to about there. What do you guys think? Is that gonna be enough? Yeah. So when I built it over there, in that first spot, right over back on the other side of it, this front porch thing was like 3 feet off the ground. I had to build a whole nother thing of stairs just to get up into it. So, anyways, I just like having that down. I'm gonna save. God, if that wolf comes, we're in trouble. I think all I have is my little trusty axe. Oh, I haven't even got the other thing yet. Okay, let me go get the other box. Good Lord, Merle. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. Okay, we're back. We got it. You can stack this stuff on top of each other, which is fantastic. I feel like there was... Oh, maybe that was all that was in there. I do want to get these. Eventually we'll find... I believe there's a shotgun over here, so we're going to run and go grab that, actually. So, we should be able to get there and back before this... I think this mist event's about to start, but we should be able to get there and back. Again, I've played this game 29 days. I mean, so I've got a pretty good lay of the land. I've not explored everywhere, but especially around this area. That's one thing about the map, because you can't just see your location, you're like, wait, where am I at again? That message thing is coming in quick. I want to come back and get that thing. I want to get this, get a weapon before I, it's 9mm shells. There's always stuff. There's salt. Let's look at see the salt's bugged out. There's salt right there. Oh gosh, it's misty. There's usually food in this. There's usually a can of food up here. Yep. God, the mist makes me so nervous. I avoid these things at all costs. I think there's a shotgun. Oh, there's usually a shotgun there. You're killing me, game. I don't think I've ever come in here and there not be a shotgun there. It's just a single shot, but maybe it's in here. Take that. Pencils. Alright, well, whatever, I guess. Let's save this. I'm going to save right here. In case I don't make it over there in time before we might get attacked. Oh God, I'm running so fast. Don't run out stamina. I think maybe it doesn't fully start until that kind of ominous music kind of hum starts. Oh, sure. Don't let me climb over it. Ooh. See, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to jump off the edge again. Okay, we're back up here. So I don't know if you saw, that's what I was kind of, I don't see them now. You'll hear, there's lots of wolves over here. Here's the mist event, yeah. But there's, yeah, see there's one back there. See him walking around. And after the mist event is over, you'll come outside and some of them will still be, they'll not have gotten back in time. And see, I don't like this because you can just walk. There's no ledge that just stops you. You'll just walk right over the edge of that. It can get dangerous. Like this will stop you, but not all of them do. Yeah, he's just looking for stuff. So during a mist event, if you're able to, like right here, there's a bed. So, oh, another gear. Oh, this is another gear. Merle, you put it there before. 2 hours is usually how long they last. So I'll sleep for 2 hours. Up here too, one thing about being in your house, and one thing I like about this too, I typically got to where I would just come up here to sleep at night. And so now the mist event's completely over. Even after I built my house, I would come up here to sleep because when you're down on the ground at night and the infected come out, the creatures, so there's a guy over there that we'll go loot his body. When they come out at night, they'll make these they'll growl and make all these sounds, and it'll wake you up, and you won't be able to sleep. So but if you go up on the top of that thing, you never hear it. Oh gosh, I don't even have room for this. We can probably eat that. I'd rather have that big can, and I like his little animation. I think it's interesting. So let's take this. Okay. I don't really see any more. Saving. So, oh yeah, I tried to hit escape too soon. Doop-de-doo. Keep the shotguns. I'm gonna put one of these back. There might be a... I'm gonna go back over here. Okay, so this is one of the things you can do. The loot refresh. And it'll refresh. Now this is, I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments you think this is cheating. I do this all the time. I'm sorry. But it will refresh the loot that's at this house over here, these houses. It'll even refresh the battery that's in this truck. A lot of times you walk up and you'll see a battery just go flying out of it. Or there'll just be one sitting on top. So I'm going to save this real fast. And then we're going to take that battery out. So it takes 5 minutes. We'll get a fuel can at some point. Not that, come on. Did I search in here? Probably did. You guys are screaming at me. You already did it! Merle, you big dummy! Can I grab the salt? Or the lighter fluid? There's so much lighter fluid. I don't need all that lighter fluid. Again, I'm not going to stress about all those things. There's so much around the game. You can actually move this back to your base, which we will at some point. I don't think you can go up that ladder, no. You can take the firewood. Another battery, that's funny. It's not as good a condition as the one we got, though. I will take the food. Firewood. Another axe. So it's never a bad idea to have extra axes and things. Please let there be the shotgun in here now. Haha. Victory. And we dropped it because we don't have anywhere to put it in our inventory. Fan-friggin-tastic. Let's just drop this. Pick up the shotgun. So what happens when you do it? You can put it here. And it won't let you do that because you've got it. So we can put it away. If it's in your hand, you can't move it. So now we can pick this back up. It takes it out of your inventory, which is nice. So when you have this, you can actually have 3 items or 4 that don't take up spots in your inventory. So now we've got a shotgun. Let's load that sucker. It's just a single shot, but hey, it's better than nothing. That's for sure. Oh, there's more down here. Oh, I can't carry it. Dang it, Merle. I don't want to keep eating this stuff. Okay, fine, we'll eat it. Don't judge me, ye judgers. Okay. Save the game. Go in here, more ammo. Can't carry it. Oh, it's rifle ammo. Typically, it'll just combine them. It's unbelievable. We are thirsty. Let's drink this. Again, I appreciate the animations. Okay, rifle ammo. Good gracious sakes alive. Okay. Alright. Let's go in here. Eventually we're going to get over. I keep picking stuff up. Oh, I don't want to rest. Some things are stackable. Not everything is stackable. But some things are stackable, which is nice. And we've got just random stuff out here. I'm not going to stress about all this right now because we can come back and get it. Now you can't make this little place your cabin, which is not a terrible place to be completely honest. But I still like being able to get up and away. And I'm going to build my main house there, and so I'd rather just stay over here and those wolves will get you. And shooting them with this single shot, it takes a long time. Not a super long time, but it's not real fast at reloading. So I'm gonna go empty some of our inventory so we can. There should be an animation that just lets you. There it is. I wouldn't do that earlier. You guys thought I was an idiot for just trying to jump over that fence, but I really was doing it for a reason. I swear, man, I swear. Okay, we're not going to stress about. I don't think we'll need revolver ammo. 9mm, we should pick one up, I think, fairly soon. Fingers crossed. Put the battery in there. Put this and this in there. These things will keep just. Let's see. We're not going to get a rifle anytime soon. So, okay. Save. Always saving. So we're going to go down here and look around. There's some houses just over this hill. And there are pigs. I think I mentioned the pigs earlier. There's a pig here. You can kill these pigs. You can kill them real good. He might see us. No. And one of these areas does have. We'll probably run over to that other play to the other tower too. One of these does have a bear roaming around it, and bears are no joke, man. Wolves are really no joke either. You gotta just be careful. They'll sneak up on you. I think there's another house over there that I think that has the, really need to get that. Oh, good. 9 mil and yes. Yes. Digging it, brah. And some of the stuff I may end up dropping, we'll see. But, you know, let's just take it for now. I try to be slow right here because it must be the other one that has. And you can, again, you can make this one your... And here's that. I didn't show the other one, but you can make it your shelter, make it your kind of home. We will take that. Another pencil. Yes, please. Have to watch the shelves. We will take the arrows and the bow. Those are good things to have. You do have to have a quiver. You do have to build a quiver. And there doesn't take a lot, but you do have to build a quiver to be able to use your bow. So I'm going to put the bow here just to give us another space, another spot. I mean, lots of scrap metal. These are components. I think I see a gun up there. That's what I always say. It's always a good idea to, like... Can't tell what's up there. I don't think you can climb this ladder. Let's see if we can get on the fence. Jump over. Oh, come on, grab on, bro. What's up there? Oh, it's just a knife. We don't really need a knife. We've got one. Bummer. Okay, that's fine. And this is like, you know, you can come pick up this this firewood. A lot of times those will be firewood that you can grab. You will need cloth for things. That pig is sleeping. Sometimes you can walk up on the bears while they're sleeping. So you get the first time I saw it, and that was something that was new. I'm already out of stamina. That was something new. Was I'd never seen one sleep in the original sort of. I played this game. I played it longer than 30 days. I played it for a while. The original sort of iteration of it, he had a lot of issues. He had to go back to like a dumbed down version, and then I think then he redid it. Anyways. The map is totally different. But anyways, I'd never seen a bear sleep in the original one. And so I thought it was dead. I was like, oh, it's dead. I can just already go in here and get all the meat and everything I want out of it. Nope, it was sleeping. Out in the middle of everything. So this is where I think that bear usually is, or can be around. And they really are no joke. Like, you don't want to F with them. If you're going to interact with it, you better be ready to kill it, because it will mess you up. And these are places too sometimes that have... How good is this one? Let's drop it. I don't want that. Other one's 60%. I get so nervous that bear's going to be walking down here and going to... I'm not going to see it, and it's going to see me. Shotgun. Bandage. I'm not going to worry about that right now. You guys can keep all your wood. Starting to rain. I was really hoping we'd find a pistol. Or a backpack. I don't really remember where the backpacks are at. Also makes me nervous that I haven't seen that bear. I need to know where that bear is at. Revolver ammo. We'll just leave it for now. don't remember what's up this way. I do kind of want to go back over here and check out this tower. I keep feeling like I hear footsteps. Like that bear's sneaking up on me. And I'm probably not doing it justice as far as how and it gets dark. It's 1400, so it's what, 3? Is that 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock in the afternoon? I'm not good at military time. Don't judge me. When it rains, it gets dark, and see that it almost looks like there's a mist, but it's not. It for the longest time it freaked me out. I was almost afraid to go anywhere. Like, when is it gonna show up? Like, when are the undead, the infected, gonna show up? But nope. I'm gonna go up this hill to this other tower, and we've got a full inventory. So then we'll go back, and I was thinking there might be another case we could, another box, a storage box we could bring with us. So, and you see my little, it has the little exclamation mark down the bottom right hand corner by my down here. I don't know. I will save while we're in here. I don't really know like what it's doing. Maybe my stamina doesn't regen as fast, doesn't recover as quickly. I know that's kind of what it said, but I honestly don't watch it close enough, if I'm being honest. But really fun game, guys. I don't know, like, I love the how the guns look. I love the kind of world that he's built. He's doing a really fantastic job. Oh, now this one you can't loot the thing because you can't drive it right now, but this is one you can drive. Now you could use this one if you wanted to use it. But I prefer the one with that you can put storage instead in the back. And we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah, see, it's buggy, and there's a thing of clay just hanging in the air. Now these are the kind of places to look for. I think I mentioned that earlier, to look for backpacks. So there's a tire. I don't mind having that tire. But let's. Yeah, there's something obviously bugged out there. Can't tell if there's anything in here. So let us look. Y'all see anything up there? I don't. No. Alright, so let's go upstairs real quick up to the tower. The 2 towers. Got an axe. Never hurts to go look around the edges here. I think it's basically empty, so that's cool. Can't move it. But I don't think you can move this either. No. You can move this. And then if we can get this... Oh, you can't get it out the door. No, you can't. Maybe I did. I feel like I got it out the door. On my... I'm like 99% sure I had to move mine out the door. Yes, you can. We're taking this with us if we can get it off the... If we can turn it and get it out. If I can get by it. Alright. Patience, patience, patience. Patience is a virtue. And then you think it's going to break it, but it won't. It'll just drop. And now we can take that back to our house. we don't have to use the resources to build a workbench. Hue, awesomeness. Let's see, there's a backpack in here. Backpack, backpack. Dang. Okay, where are we at? Let's see. We're pretty good on everything. I'm gonna drop this sugar because there is sugar literally everywhere, and I want this tire because we will need a tire. You come across tires or batteries, you definitely want to check them out because you will need them. I won't say tires are really rare; they're not, but it never hurts to grab them when you see them, especially if you're like this and I can make room and you can actually take it. So So I hope this is not something in the game that obviously he's done it. I mean, it's got an arrow, like he wants you to, and it's one thing nice. Well, what I was going to say is I hope he doesn't take the ability to be able to move these from one place to another. And I think the reason he's done that, and I hope the reason he's done it, and I really like it, to watch for wolves, is that you can move your base. You know, if you decide, oh, we found an area, oh, this is way cooler, I want to go here, or this is a better location. Oh shit, yep, here it comes. I was gonna say one shot probably does it. Another thing you can do too is you can carry those things. I don't think I can I carry this and move this? Shut up. I don't think I can. I've never tried to do both. No, okay, I'm more concerned about that. We may come back for him, but you can carry carry him, and I can carry him back up here, and I can butcher him. And you can. What's nice about that is you can take them back inside your base and butcher it, because it takes time. And some animals are big enough; it'll take upwards of 3 hours to butcher something, 3 in-game hours. And so, and that's one of the things too. I don't know if you can. When you start to get NPCs, you start to get some of the survivors, you can start assigning some tasks to them. Now, I don't think you can... Oh, shit. Sorry. Where's that at? Oh, it's a pig. I thought it was a growl. Oh, here we are stuck. Let's save. That makes me so nervous. I thought it was a growl. I was going to say, I've never heard one growl before. They usually just howl. And I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna try this. On my other game, I was taking everything up to the top, and I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave all this down here. So once we get a crowbar, we'll have a container up there. The little ones you can take up there, but these other ones, as you can see, can be kind of a pain in the butt to get in and out of there. But one thing I hope he doesn't change is where you can move it. So, you know, it's nice to build something. Most of the stuff you can build, you can then inevitably move them. You can, if you decide you want to move it to a different area, to a different place in your house, to a different whatever. So when you interact, you can, you know, we can start to make all this. So once we get leather, we've got a piece of leather, we can make 8 of these. I think you need that to make a quiver, which I think is here. So yeah, you can make a quiver. You can make a leather quiver, which I think you can make one out of cloth, but I think we'll come across these sewing kits. And you can see it takes an hour and a half to make that. You can make some clothing, wall lights, a shield, you make arrows, and here's all the ingredients that you need. Feathers and wood you'll come across. They're pretty plentiful. Cloth is pretty plentiful. The arrowheads you'll have to make. I don't think you find arrowheads. Then just some normal weapons. You can make a bottle, a water container. You can actually make one of these, but we'll come across one of those. A bucket we'll probably end up making. Anyways, we'll get to all of that. So, all right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call it here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I think this next episode, we're going to continue to focus on getting the house built. It'll take a couple of episodes, or I might work on it off screen, and you guys don't want to watch me cut down logs and stuff like that, but I'll do a little bit of that just so you sort of see how that process works. But that's going to be a big thing that I want to try to do as quickly as possible, is get that finished. We want to build a water purifier, and I'll show you guys how that process works. It's fairly easy. It's one of the reasons I like this location, because we're here and we're really close to water. I think that's an important thing to try to do, is to, at least where it's not a trek to get to water. And I'll show you that, guys, probably in the next episode. And we'll continue to venture out a little further and a little further to loot. If I can find a pistol, I might be more keen to hit one of the smaller bandit camps, but hopefully that's something we can get into in the next episode. But I think this has been a good start. It's a lot of to take in on the first day. A lot of stuff to sort of get used to, but I appreciate you guys joining me. If you like the video, give the video a like, subscribe, and so you can hit that notification bell so you'll know when I upload another video. Come back and watch some of the forest videos that I'm working on. That would be awesome. But anyways, thank you guys again for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.